For 40 years, the counseling program at Tarleton has worked to create ethical and impactful counselors with a desire to help people work through life's challenges. The way the program achieved that goal, however, has evolved over the years. The program and all its accomplishments we recognize today, including its endorsement by KCREP and honor from SACIS, is far different from what the degree first looked like. We look back to recognize where the program began and understand counseling over the years. 40 years of excellence. The program began as a way to train grade school counselors, largely due to the National Defense Education Act of 1958, which mandated all schools have a guidance counselor.
The field of counseling started in schools.
Really, that was when the explosion of the need for school counselors came.
Guidance counselors helping folks pick their life and expand their horizons.
Universities across the country began creating curriculum to train counselors. Tarleton soon followed suit, and a degree in counseling was first offered in 1978 within the Department of Education and Psychology. Its first professor, Richard Lampe, was hired to lead the courses.
High values, I guess, is when I think of Richard Lampe, just the standard of, he set the bar very high on personal standards as well as academic standards.
Richard handed off a program that was in its beginning stages, but it was very well founded. Everything that he gave to me as a model was something that you can still see evidence of it today.
After 10 years, he left Tarleton to serve as president of the Texas Association of Counseling and Development. He passed off the program to a former high school assistant principal, Linda Duncan.
I had enough, what I thought was enough experience. I started applying for professor positions and applied at Tarleton, got the job.
Soon after Duncan took the reins, the program saw a spike in enrollment. It grew from 39 students in 1987 to almost 200 within 5 years. To keep up with demand, the university hired a second counseling professor, Dr. Ann Albrecht.
Obviously, we needed another counselor educator. We really needed several counselor educators with that many students. So that's when we hired Dr. Albrecht.
We just were a team and made decisions that I think set the basis for the rest of this growth in place.
She and I became a dynamic duo. She and I were the two counselor educators for probably 6 or 7 years. I think it was around 1998 when we hired the next counselor educators.
From there, the program continued to develop, spreading among the various Tarleton campuses. Over time, more faculty and staff were added to include a variety of counseling courses.
When I joined Tarleton in 1999, I had a group interview with the faculty, and although I was a bit nervous, I was pretty excited about the possibility of joining Tarleton. And we had the merger of the former University of Central Texas with Tarleton. Then Tarleton acquired a Master of Science in Counseling Psychology.
As the industry evolved, so did the coursework. Classes began shifting their emphasis towards what the program reflects today, a more clinical-based science rather than simply a high school counselor training program.
But yours or your clients?
It looked really different as a school counselor. We have really, you've almost got someone with a doctorate by the time they're licensed.
Now, in a class, it's completely reversed, and there's likely not even a third that are going to be school counselors.
But the truth is, even our school counselors, they want and need a clinical emphasis.
You can't be healthy if you negate stress and other things that happen in your life, anxiety, depression. That's going to affect your health, overall health. So we come in and we help people to manage those kinds of symptomology.
In 2015, the program took a big step in establishing its identity on campus, becoming its own department, and in 2016, moved within the College of Health and Human Sciences to reflect counseling's role as a health resource.
Counseling is focused on the well-being of people. That's really the mission and the vision of this college as well, is that we want to prepare students who are going to go out and provide for the health and well-being of the citizens of Texas and beyond.
We've evolved to be licensed professional counselors, and that means that we can hang a shingle and have a private practice, or we can run an agency, or we can work in a university in a counseling center, but we provide counseling.
Well, that's
Today,
really easy.
the department is continuing to take steps to move students forward.
Wow.
New undergraduate courses will begin in the fall to include a minor in counseling.
No.
The new campus in Fort Worth will also further the department and its goals, adding space to expand the number of students and provide a community counseling center for use by the public on a sliding scale fee.
We see a lot of folks coming into the profession because there's a lot of opportunity on the other side.
We're looking at things like we'd like to add a doctoral degree.
And new scholarships for its students, and recently gained accreditation from the Council on Accreditation for Counseling and Related Educational Programs, also help define the success of the department.
That's the gold standard.
If the student gets trained in Texas, they should be able to get licensed anywhere in the country.
It tells a potential student that this program has met some rigorous standards, that it's recognized, but also makes it possible for you to get a job.
All moves towards improving the program and setting it up for the future, which is sure to cement Tarleton's clinical mental health counseling program as one of the premier programs in Texas and beyond.
We help people, and I don't think that's going away.